A large turkey, you're probably thawing it out for Thanksgiving dinner, but what about desserts? It's always the pumpkin pie, the apple pie, which are great, two of my favorites, but we have some different ideas for you. Try something new this year. This is Nancy Mock. She's a Vermont food blogger, hungryenoughtoeat6.com. It is her blog. We have her on several times, and each time is better than the last. This time you have had our mouths watering since you stepped in the door. We already talked about chocolate caramel pie.
Yes.
And
sweet potato pie.
What's going on?
Homemade sweetened whipped cream. And these I don't think you typically see out at Thanksgiving, but they're fun to make, and it's a kind of a different way to put pie out for people, and it's a lot more crust for everybody if you have fans of the crust. So I have some pumpkin cranberry hand pies. It's basically a pumpkin pie filling inside the pastry shell, also with a little bit of cranberry sauce, because pumpkin and cranberry go really well together.
You're stepping it up there. I like that.
Yeah, a little different.
Yeah.
And then these are cherry hand pies, because Brittany told me that cherry was one of her favorites.
Oh, you are so sweet.
So again, it's the sweet cherry filling inside of the pie with some sugar on top. And I don't know if anybody's going to be wanting a savory pie this morning, but these are an idea for your Thanksgiving leftovers.
Ooh.
This is also a pastry crust, and inside is a layer of mashed potatoes, gravy, turkey, stuffing, and cranberry sauce. It's all.
My mind is blown. That's incredible. That's way better than the turkey sandwiches that I think everybody eats for a couple weeks after.
And they're all wrapped in the pie crust and baked up. So I baked these yesterday, and then I warmed them in a low oven setting this morning, just for like a half an hour, and they're ready to go.
Okay, this seems complicated, is it?
I think it's only complicated if you're making the dough yourself and you're not super familiar with it. You could always buy a store-bought dough if you didn't want to wrangle with that.
Okay.
But I have found with pie dough that the more often you make it, the more comfortable you get with it, and you kind of learn the tricks, and then it doesn't feel complicated at all. And the fillings certainly aren't complicated either.
Okay, so how do you shape it? I'm just imagining. You lay it out flat, throw the stuff in, fold it? No?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, really?
So
Okay.
I have the pile of dough, and I divide it into, so like this recipe makes 8, so I divide it into 8 portions, roll out the portions into a circle, fill them. These you fold over in a semicircle and seal the edges. These you would actually cut out 2 pieces, and then you seal them in a circle.
Oh.
And then you let them chill in the refrigerator for a little bit so that the dough really firms up, and then you take them out and add the topping and bake them.
Oh my goodness. Okay, this is all too exciting. This is too much for me. Megan, Brittany, come on.
All right.
We tried to do this before. We ran out of time.
Yes.
Let's taste test.
Nancy, what do you want to start with?
wants what?
I don't know, all of it. I don't know where to start.
Let's take a bite of each, please. Isn't that what you do at Thanksgiving now? You kind of a little bit
Yes.
of everything.
Yeah.
That's true. Don't
Right.
limit
So that
yourself
was-
to just one.
I'm so
All right.
excited.
Sweet potato.
So Amanda, this was your favorite, the sweet potato?
The sweet potato, yeah, that was one of my favorites. And
Okay.
Nancy's so sweet. She put a lot of effort into
know.
putting
Slice
this
up the
recipe
chocolate,
together.
too.
While you're doing this, I'm going to make you talk and work at the same time.
Sure.
Here. Where can people find these recipes?
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm just going for it.
My blog is hungryenoughtoeat6.com, and all of these recipes are there. There are a couple of other pie recipes there as well. There is going to be a caramel apple pie recipe up there today.
Ooh.
There's a toffee chocolate chunk pie, which is like a chocolate chip cookie. That's a massive
Wow.
slice, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. Fine, Nancy.
Wow, this sweet potato pie, this is amazing.
I'm
No,
glad to
this
hear
is
that
so
because
good. I love it.
because you're the expert on sweet potato pie, so that makes me feel good to know
This
that.
is fantastic.
Wow.
Well, thank you so much, Nancy. Again, one more time, hungryenoughtoeat6.com. We'll have it on our website, too, a link plus both these segments. If you missed it earlier,
This is a win.
Thank you.
Sweet potato.
Winner.
totally. And if you missed it earlier, there are a few other little tricks that Nancy talked about during our first segment, too. So that'll all be up on our website. We're going to dig in here. Nancy, you got to grab yourself a fork and get in here, too.
I will.
Enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Bon appetit.
We'll be right back.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You're watching Local 44 Morning Brew with Brittany Hibbs, Elena Pinto, and Sky Tracker meteorologist Amanda Lindquist. This is Local 44 Morning Brew.
Green